Alto is the name in network security. You see, the COVID-19 Omicron variant has companies rethinking their return to the office. Cases are rising again, and businesses are getting cautious. In recent weeks, companies have pushed back their planned dates for a return to in-person work. Industry giants like Apple and Alphabet have postponed it indefinitely. This means that many of us will continue using our company laptops from our homes, and these laptops often contain sensitive information. So companies will need to continue relying on businesses like Palo Alto Network to protect their information as millions of employees telework across the country. Palo Alto Networks is a $52 billion network security company. Global research and advisory firm Gartner has ranked its security systems as the best in firewall protection for 10 straight years. A firewall is a software program that monitors internet traffic in and out of a private network. Anytime you type a web address into your browser, your computer generates a request. That request is received and fulfilled by a server. That's where you might expose yourself to cyber attacks, including malware and phishing. Palo Alto's traditional firewall technology has been the best in the industry. It will also lead the pack in next-generation firewall protection. You see, traditional firewalls only protect the perimeter of a private computer network. Since network components, including applications, servers, and data, are now migrating to the cloud, next-generation firewalls will need to adapt to that environment as well. The good thing about Palo Alto's network firewalls is that they operate on a zero-trust basis. That means they're programmed not to trust any computers they're connected to, including those within their own network. These firewalls are designed to protect critical assets and isolate data breaches using various controls and security analytics. So, if one connection in an internal network of 5 computers is compromised, the other 4 are not. Folks are clamoring for these next-generation security services. Especially now with the Omicron and Delta variants forcing many people to continue working remotely, businesses need to make sure their networks are secure to prevent hacking and other data security problems. High-profile hacking at Colonial Pipeline attack and Twitch data dump in 2021 have further highlighted the need for stronger cyber defenses. And Palo Alto's network security technology is leading the way. The company's strong first-quarter results are driving even more optimism among management. For example, its total revenue grew 32% year-over-year to $1.2 billion. CEO's Nikesh Arora said Palo Alto's solid performance encouraged the company to raise its full-year revenue guidance to $5.4 billion from $5.3 billion previously. That's above Wall Street's $5.31 billion estimate. Palo Alto is also one of the new companies that have been recently included in the NASDAQ 100 index since December 20. That's a big tailwind. You see, inclusion into the NASDAQ 100 could flood Palo Alto shares with institutional money. That's because any index fund that tracks index will need to buy Palo Alto shares. According to ETF.com, there are 8 index funds that track the NASDAQ 100. These funds have more than $240 billion in assets under management. A percentage of each fund will have to buy up Palo Alto shares, so their holdings will continue to match those of the NASDAQ 100. Palo Alto shares climbed slightly following the NASDAQ 100 announcement, but we didn't see the massive surge that would suggest that all those funds have already bought the necessary shares. That could signal a wave of money coming into Palo Alto shares once it officially enters the NASDAQ 100. Beyond Palo Alto's NASDAQ 100 inclusion, the company has rosy long-term prospects. Businesses will always need to protect their computer networks. Of late, unprecedented levels of teleworking have left some companies more open to cyber attacks. That means they'll need to turn to innovators like Palo Alto. So the continuing demand for network security services, along with the company's move into the NASDAQ 100, should be a tailwind for the company shares.